Hello and welcome to the P12 worksheet. On this worksheet, they're actually asking us to do two things. They're asking us to find the percent of change, which we'll discuss what that means here in a moment. And they're going to ask us to find whether it's an increase or decrease. Well, out of those two questions, there's one that should be obvious to you. I like to answer the second question first. Do I have an increase or a decrease? All right, well, in this case, I'm going to have going from a smaller number to a larger number. Of course, that's going to be an increase. So that's the first thing I'm going to actually do. Let's just go in here. I'm going to figure out, hey, I got an increase. You want to do that for all these problems? Great. We go from 92.8. We're going down to 24. Hey, that's a decrease. We're going down. It's a decrease. Well, those are the first things that we find. From 40 meters to 66 meters, that's an increase. So pay attention to that it's asking us to do two things. So get one of the answers down. Now, in order to get the percent of change, what we are looking at doing is we're trying to figure out, well, how much of an increase did we have? All right, how much of an increase did we have? Well, we went from 47 to 94. To find that increase, we take 94 minus 47, which I'm sure this is a calculator problem for most of us. We end up getting 47. It ends up matching. All right? What we're going to do is this answer ends up being the is part of our is over of equals percent over 100 problem. All right? So we increase by 47. So that's our is number. The original number is always the of. So this 47 goes here. This 47 goes here. Equals, we always know this is 100, and we're trying to find a percent, right? We want the percent of change, so we're looking for that. We cross multiply, we end up with 4,700 is equal to 47 times x. We divide by 47. You might need a calculator for this. If you don't, you'll recognize that, hey, the 47s actually divide each other out, leaves us with a 1 with two zeros after it. And so our answer here is 100% increase, right? That way we have both parts of our answer. We have 100% increase. All right, for number 3, we're going down. That means that when I calculate my subtraction here, I'm going to get a negative number, right? 24 minus 92.8. I get a negative 68.8. So that is my is number, negative 68.8. My of number is the original, 92.8. It's the number I started with. And I'm looking for my percent. We're going to cross multiply. We get negative 6880, negative 6,880. If you need to double check that, we're going to take our number that I have on my calculator right now, multiply it by 100. There you go. Is equal to 92.8x. When I divide by the 92.8, 6680 negative divided by 92.8, I get 71 point, if I round, that's going to become, 19 is going to become a 20, right? If I go 2 decimal places, I leave the 8 and 8. So I can say 72.0% negative. Now keep in mind that the negative simply means we're going down. And so we're going to take care of that when we say the word decrease. So we don't need to write negative in our answer. We could just say 75.0% decrease. Or we could say 71.98% decrease. I don't want to go negative and then the word decrease. That would be redundant and technically would make the numbers go in opposite direction. We don't want to have that. All right, in the case of number 5, we're going 66 minus the 40. We're left with 26 to start with. All right, so the 26 is my is number. The 40 is my of number. So I'm going 26 over 40. The x is my percent number. When I cross multiply, I get 2,600 is equal to 40x. Our algebra tells us to divide by 40. All right, we'll just cross multiply, divide by the number next to the variable. 2,600 divided by 40, 65. And so what we have here is a 65%. And remember, we increased, right? We went up. So a 65% increase. That's our process. A little bit more convoluted than the other problems that we did, but keep in mind, this is the 4th one of the standard, and so we always make it a little bit more difficult. And this is even a little more like what you end up having to do in real life with percents. So good luck with it, and send me your results for 2, 4, and 6 when you get done.